Hello everyone, Spike Games here, back with some more Magic Arena content. We're going to be playing some more of this Scapeshift deck today that we've been on recently. It is very powerful, and it's pretty much a standard list with some hate in the sideboards like Ashiok, Shifting Ceratops, and Time Wipe. Here we go. So last season I did a lot of different decks. Couldn't really stay focused on one deck last season, but this season I think I'm gonna be pretty focused. I'm playing this deck because I think it's the best, and I'm also gonna be playing this wild mono red deck in probably mostly in best of ones that I've been tinkering around with, that I think is also quite strong. And that'll be it. So we'll see how fast I can get to Mythic with just those decks this season. So it'll be a little bit of a different experiment. We'll play this untapped, play a Growth Spiral, put a Tempo in, Scry, sure. And we're rip. Looks like we're against Esper here. Teferi, sure.
I can no longer stand by and watch. I've done.
Okay, I really want the card. It's interesting. We'll put this in tapped, and then we'll play our elf here. We'll get this one. Okay, so we're not on Scapeshift mana yet.
I'll protect you.
Search for his content, okay. So choices here include Circuitous Route plus nothing. We could do Teferi plus Growth Spiral. We could do Elf plus Growth Spiral. If we play Teferi and it gets countered, we then get to Growth Spiral without worrying. So I think we do that. Try and bait the counter. So they have no counter,
I am not going to sit
which is nice. Can bounce their search, sets them back a little bit, draw a card. Then we can Growth Spiral, drawing a card, and putting the land into play. Very nice. We can control their Teferi a little bit with the elf. We drew our Scapeshift, which is crucial. They're prison roaming our Teferi, which is interesting.
That's how it was meant to happen.
And if they search for Ascanta, then we have free license to do some stuff. Yeah, they do. Okay. So at 6 mana we can Elf plus Teferi, or we can Circuitous Route only, or we can Krases for big. I think when they're tapped out, I want to do a Circuitous Route here. Get some lands out there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're at 8. Yeah. So now we can start to set up for the Teferi'd Scapeshift end of turn. Next turn. Mass Manipulation in Esper control. That's interesting.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Okay. I bet they have a counterspell, which is a little annoying. So what do we do about that? We can't actually do the plan I want to do because they also have a Teferi, so we can't do the instant speed Scapeshift while they have Teferi. So I think we're just going to Hydroid Krases big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for 7. Bait on a counterspell here, probably, but still draw the cards. Wow, it resolves. Okay. We're still keeping Teferi down here, so we can't bounce things. Okay, the Time Wipe, that's fine. We'd much rather them Time Wipe now than once we Scapeshift, so I'm not worried about that.
Here goes nothing.
Okay. If we Blast Zone for 3, we can kill a Prison Realm and a Teferi, which is pretty good. We can also just Deputy of Detention their Prison Realm, getting us a Teferi, and bouncing their Search. We can also Teferi, bouncing Prison Realm, getting a Teferi, bouncing something. We can Elf, we can Krases big again. We already played a land. We can also just Scapeshift, but I think they'd probably have an answer to it. So I'd much rather remove Teferi and then do our thing. So we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So we can do 3, 6, 10. Right? It should work. We'll see. Okay, there's their counterspell. So now I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we Krases for 5 now. And the reason is I want to kill this Teferi, and now that we've lost our removal spell, the only way to do that is with a creature. So we want to get this creature down here, so we can kill Teferi next turn, and then do the Scapeshift plan. Okay, opponent draws cards. That's a good sign. So it means they don't have what they need. Opponent could bounce Krases, but then they lose Teferi. They might have a backup Teferi. We'll see. It's really a good thing that Teferi can't target Planeswalkers, or this would be so weird, because you just have Teferis bouncing other Teferis like all the time, and it would be super annoying. Ooh, but if they can play their sorceries, well, no, well, how does that work, actually? I don't know, we'll see. I'm wondering, because he can cast at flash speed, but this says you can only cast at sorcery speed, so, who knows. I think the first order of business is Elf. No, the first order of business is kill Teferi. So we'll just get that out of the way. I have a removal spell, it seems like. I do indeed. Well, what are the chances they have 2 removal spells? What do we think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can also do we can do a small Scapeshift here. I kind of think that's the play. Small Scapeshift is a rare play, but I think it might work here. Okay, they have the counter. But that means I think we just big Scapeshift now, because it's guaranteed. Just hope they don't have a, you know, exactly what they need in hand. Double board wipes. Alright, so we make almost infinity zombies here. Something zombies to be exact. And hope they don't have a board wipe right away. The fact that they're not surrendering is worrying, because it probably means they have something, or they think they can draw it with Teferi draw plus Chemist's draw, but we'll see. Okay.
Don't worry. I got this.
They're drawing a lot. They also have Search, which might help them draw it too. Ah! They got there. It's so much draw. Okay, well, there's the time wipe. That's sad. Well, now we just try and make a bunch of zombies. Now value. If
you show remorse, I'll show restraint. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Alright, so we've made 12 zombies, which is lethal next turn. So that's neat. And I think we just leave it there. Force our opponent to really dig. Find more board wipes. They do have a lot of power to dig, which is sad. But I think it's... well, oh my gosh. How many board wipes are they running?
Here we go.
So many board wipes, dude. We're running out of lands in our deck. I think I'm willing to deputy a Narset here.
Such violence is upsetting.
And pass. Oh, it's significant though, because Teferi's at 2, so it can't immediately bounce the deputy.
This might be a bad idea.
Opponent's just gonna dig really hard now. Oh my gosh. They're just running every board wipe in the game. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 board wipes? So many, dude. I don't even know if this has targets anymore. I don't think it does.
No, I am not.
I'll give it a shot, I guess. I don't think it has targets though. Yeah, no. Okay, so this is not great. Opponent actually can't cast Settle this turn though, so we're gonna do this. Get in like this. Kill Teferi. Play a blocker so our Teferi can live and pass. Settle seems like a pretty good card actually against the zombie deck.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Teferi, bouncing deputy.
I've got it.
Bring back Narset. Drawing card. Annoying.
Meditate and prepare.
Opponent might outvalue us this game. Jeez. It's just a lot of draw to get all their board wipes. It's like Esper board wipes. That's like the whole deck, apparently. Opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, so they can steal 2 things. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we scape shifted for 11. Yeah, we're gonna scoop. I don't think we have win cons anymore. unfortunately. Because we were almost out of lands, and our opponent was stealing all our stuff, so... Alright, in this deck, we want Ceratopses, for sure. We want Dovin's Vetoes, for sure. We don't want Grazers at all. I think this is the way we do this. And Ceratopses, I think, will do pretty well against our opponent, because they don't have much to deal with them. Doesn't seem like. Alright. Dropped a game. Sad face. This is not a keep. This is, but is slow. Oh well. We have our sideboard card, so that's good at least. We're gonna ditch probably just the breeding pool here. We'll ditch a field. We don't need 2 fields. Working towards Ceratops. Bash our opponents in the face plan here. That's pretty good. Kanta on turn 2 is pretty good. Kanta on 2, Teferi on 3 is even better.
My excellent timing. That's more like it.
Luckily, Teferi can't target shifting Ceratops, so opponent's going to need to start ripping good removal, non-blue removal pretty quickly here. Yep. Get my fields, that's fine. I already have one out there, so it's not the end of the world. It's not great, but it's not the end of the world. Especially because this turn we get to bash for 10, and then the opponent's like, well, we gotta do something about these Ceratops next turn. Let's see how 10 damage tastes to you. Haste. Hit you for 10. Alright. Opponent probably has the answer here. If they don't, I'm very surprised.
I am not making this up as I go.
Yes. And then we do this. We draw the Dovin's Veto. So now we can swing for 10 again and kill their whatever spell they cast. Yeah, no. Oh, it's just very. Oh my gosh. I hate this card. Man, such mistakes. That's so sad, dude. And there goes our field. So I think we might just be out of this game now. That's rough.
Let's try this.
Krases for 4. Teferi's so frustrating because it just completely changes the way you normally play, right? You're like, oh, I want to play everything at the last second, and you know, I've set up this kill. We're swinging for 10. We have a counter to counter the board whip that they're going to play at instant speed with Teferi, and we can't counter anything. Rip. It's just like how it works. And it's so sad that that's how this card works. Like it works to our advantage like a lot. Like it really does in our deck. But like I hate playing against Teferi. How about a Krases for 6? Apparently that's not allowed.
Oh, I've done the hero
Who
thing.
board wipes is our opponent playing? Probably playing Kaya's Wrath too, right? I don't know that we can win this now, unfortunately. I am just trying to think how we win this game. I'm not quite sure. Unmoored for Hydroid Krases might be the end of us here. We're shifting, interesting. I would have done it for Krases if I was our opponent. Although I guess Ceratops has haste, so it's harder to deal with when it comes down, because you can't counter it and then it has haste. Yeah. You get the Deputy Teferi, which means our counter spells start meaning something again, which is nice. We only have one white source active. I think that is the case, which is sad. So I think we're just gonna pass. Hold up a counter spell. No. May not. We will beat you down with this 1-3. Don't think I won't. Yeah, jeez. I was just deciding into like completely screw Bant sideboard plan here.
My victory was but a dream.
I know my responsibility. Don't worry, I got this.
I will beat you down with 1-power creatures. Okay. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I think we're scooping here. I don't think we can come back. He's taken all of our win cons except for Krasis, and yeah, I think that one was pretty over. So let's do the spreadsheet. Got a loss there. Not my favorite. We played against Esper Control. We lost 0-2. We are now plat 1, 0 points. Alright. Let's see where we are here. I'm gonna give you a taste of this other deck, because we were a little bit low on time for the video, so let's just. If you came for the Bant Scapeshift, You got one match, but here's some mono red Cavalcade. The premise of this deck is Cavalcade of Calamity is a funny card. It's a 2-mana enchantment that says whenever a 1 or less power creature attacks, it just deals 1 to the opponent. So it runs a bunch of like 1-drop creatures, and then this thing. So what this does is whenever the 1-power creatures attack, if you have a bunch of them, you get a bunch of Cavalcade triggers. If this is out, they all give this thing +3/+0, and it has flying. So, you know, you can get some crazy draws where you're swinging with this guy as like a 19-3, which is just absolutely silly. Also runs weird tech like the Flame of Keld, which is funny. It's this card, yeah. And it's basically like an all-in combo plan with turning all of your small red damage sources into lightning bolts, or lightning strikes, basically. Well, it looks like opponents on the same deck we are, except Rakdos. Which I am not sure is better, but might be better than our deck. Their deck certainly is more aggro. I think ours is more of a combo deck because we want to get our dudes out there and not just swing away immediately. We want to build up to a big Spitfire here. So we'll take our beating while we build our board out here. And pass. Okay. Okay. Guy is annoying, I'll give you that. Spitfire also has a 1/3, yeah, prevents his attacks this turn, which is great. So this is also great. So we can go like this, and like this. Discard our hand. Oh wait, we don't have a hand. So next turn, we'll draw 2 cards, and we'll play them. And then, the turn after that, we will attack for a lot. Spitfire will be 7 by itself after the Scorch Bitters go off. If we get a Cavalcade, we win the game. Like, fairly easily, actually. It'll be fun, just watch. We're drawing 3 cards next turn. And if we get 1 Cavalcade, we win. Because we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures with 1 power attacking. Another flame. So we'll play this. And we'll play this. And we will make you unblockable. And attack. Soften you up a little bit. Or it might start sacking things, yeah. Should kill, yep, the Dodger. It's stuck on 2 lands too, which, you know. Rakdos aggro, that's not the end of the world, but it is probably preventing them from doing crazy stuff to us here. That's fine. Again, we're looking for 1 Cavalcade, and we will win the game. So, assuming they don't have removal for the Spitfire, which they might, but we'll see. Like, the Scorch Spitters are going to do 3 each with their passive attack abilities. So the opponent's at 11 from just that. It's gonna be interesting. Okay. That creates a big team. It's gonna hurt. Three, 6, 8. So the question is, do we have life after this turn, right? So we're swinging in, they have one blocker, so they'll block one thing. So then they'll take 1, 2. No, they're just dead. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm gonna block one thing, just in case they have land shock, and that's their out. Okay. Alright, so we get land, second Spitfire, sack Torchporter, give Spitfire haste. Attack with everything. This should be it, right? 3, 6. Yeah, this is it. Good game. What a deck. What a deck. Gotta love it. So currently we are attacking for 3, 6, 9 plus 18. 27 damage. It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. So I'll do the spreadsheet. 1 against Rakdos aggro. It's a 1-game match. Now flat 1 with 1 point. Alright, perfect timing. So that's that for this video. Get a little bit of a plot twist there with the cavalcade match, but thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.